Hello everybody and welcome to the second episode of Let's Talk. This one actually has a topic. The last one didn't. Well, it did. If I can actually say my words, it did have a topic, but the topic was really my channel and things like that, whereas this is actually, relevant. And this topic is basically something that has been kind of a topic that a lot of people have been talking about for a while, with no real cohesion on what is actually the case. And it's simply looking at remakes and remastered editions. Are they something the fans have always wanted, or are they just a cash cow by a company that's run out of ideas? Now, this gameplay that you can see here, I've gotten from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Now, the reason I've chosen this game, and believe me, this wasn't an ideal game because it was difficult to get this footage. Not that many people play it online now, so it's quite hard to actually do well in it, or even get a game started, to be honest. However, I chose this because recently it was announced that the Assassin's Creed Ezio collection is coming out, featuring Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood and Revelations, with Ezio, basically the Ezio Auditore games, which are arguably the most popular ones they've ever done. And I felt that the fact that they're remastering those games, that this is a good topic to be talking about, because I saw them and that really just clicked in my head. Because the noticeable thing this year is the fact that we are getting the remastered collection, but we are not actually getting a new Assassin's Creed. We are just getting the remasters stuff. And you think, well, is that enough? Is that good enough? And what I'm going to try and do with these Let's Talks is try and look at things from both sides, even in cases in which it is very difficult to look at things from both sides. I've got a few coming up which are, I don't really know how I'm going to be objective, but I'm going to try. And I will give you my opinion, but I will by no means suggest that that opinion is fact. An opinion is an opinion is an opinion. And I will be making that very clear. Now, there's two thoughts for remakes, and the first is these are classics that the fans want. And that is pretty much what we have been told consistently by the company that are making them. Every time they bring it up, it's classic, it's retro, it's the games the fans love, etc, etc, etc. And you know what? They're telling the truth. These are the games the fans want. The amount of times I hear of a game being announced, they're doing this, and the fans just say, yes, we want this game, we've been wanting this game for so long, yes, this is amazing, this is brilliant. And then you see some and you think, why? I mean, the game Sleeping Dogs got a definitive edition, which basically meant a re-release on Xbox One and PS4, but it wasn't really a big game to start with. I personally liked it, but it still wasn't that big in itself. So they're certainly pushing these things hard, and I must admit I've seen some games that have been announced that they're having sort of a remake, and the public reaction has been amazing. People have just been so happy to realise that these games are coming back. For example, the Final Fantasy VII remake. I know the changes to the combat system and stuff have found some enemies, but by and large, people are very supportive of it coming out. They've been wanting a re-release for a long time, and it's good. On the other hand, because while you can definitely talk about the positives of remakes and remastered editions, it's nothing new. And I've played a few remastered editions. I completed the Halo Master Chief Collection. I've done the Sleeping Dogs one, which I mentioned. I will be getting, full disclosure, I will be getting the Ezio Collection. I will be getting that Final Fantasy, the games I've just mentioned. But the problem is that there is nothing original about them. It's the same game they've done before, and you cannot help but wonder if the whole reason they're doing this is just for money. They don't care about the game, they just think it'll be good for money. And that does seem to be the opinion of a lot of people out there. I mean, especially since the release of the Xbox One and the PS4, there's been a lot of remakes and remasters. And I mean, some of them existed like on the 360 and PS3. Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie got sort of updated-ish, well, HD really versions of the original games on the Xbox 360, which I played, and so on. But it really has been in the last generation of consoles, and I think a lot of people are saying, you know, well, what about the original game? Why don't we have any more original games? Because a lot of the original games that have been coming out have been very hit and miss. And it seems that maybe they're just falling back on the old stuff because they know people will buy it. So you really have two sides here. You have the side that says it's all just for money, no, they don't really care, blah 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 blah. You have the other side that's saying they're doing it for fans and so on. In my opinion, and I believe that this is the truth, but this is still just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right, and I'm not saying that you're wrong if you disagree with me. This is just my opinion. In my opinion, it's a mixed bag. Yes, remakes are in some ways incredible. You know, for me, another reason I think these remakes are good is in some cases people haven't played the original games. For example, a Final Fantasy fan who, let's say they're a teenager, somewhere between the ages of 13 and 16. They would have been born, let's say they're 16, they would have been born in the year 2000, which was after Final Fantasy VII came out. By the time they were playing games consoles, they were probably on the PS2 or the GameCube or the Dreamcast, if anyone actually bought one. No, full disclosure, I didn't buy one, but they were cool. But they would never have played the original game, and therefore a remake of the original game, of this game they would have heard a lot about from older people, but has never actually had a chance to experience themselves. Well, you know, that's going to be good for them. Also, a little bit for me, when Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie came out on the Xbox 360, that was the first time I'd ever played them, because I didn't have a N64 growing up, so I never had an opportunity to play those games. Having that opportunity was amazing for me personally. However, if it's a choice between a remake or a remastered or an original game, I absolutely believe they should be going with the original games. I don't like the amount of them there are. It does seem to me at the moment that just about every game that's being announced is a remaster or a remake. There are original games, of course, but not, you know, but none of them seem to be getting good reviews, and I know myself personally, I'd rather be playing something new than something old. While I'm going to get the Ezio collection, and I'm going to enjoy the Ezio collection, I'm going to 100% the Ezio collection, I'm going to really enjoy myself doing it. But if it was a choice between that or a brand new Assassin's Creed game, I'd have rather had the brand new Assassin's Creed game. And I know in their case that there were good reasons why they didn't make one. They made those reasons clear. You know, it was perfectly okay. However, that doesn't necessarily mean I like it. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. But personally, I would prefer the companies to focus more on new games rather than on remakes and remasters. However, I know some people really like them. I know a lot of people are excited for the Call of Duty 4 remake, remastered, whatever, which, again, I will play that, so, you know, maybe I'm as bad as everyone else. But yeah, that's my opinion on the topic. As I've said before, this is an opinion show. I'm not saying I'm right, I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm saying this is what I believe. What I will say now is that if you have been here and you have listened to what I said and you have an opinion, or you just want to say something, leave it down below and let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, if you think I've missed anything or I've been a complete idiot. Let me know down below. I do appreciate it. And thank you for watching this video. This is the first Let's Talk. This is the first of many Let's Talk, I hope. And yeah, again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.
Your team has won.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and click on the boxes down below for more videos. Ciao.